All right, time for another EDC video. I haven't done one of these in a while, and as usual, I need to start with the bag, right? So today's video is sponsored by NayoSmart, and they sent me over this book bag that I had my eye on for a long time now, and the Crossbody that I also really love. I was super excited to be able to work with them, and honestly, it looked really nice, but I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't know what it was going to be like till it got here, and I need to say that I've been pleasantly surprised. The biggest thing with the book bag and the crossbody specifically is this, whatever this is, this texture that they have going on here is like soft and waterproof, and I don't even know what it is. Like, it's fantastic. I'm gonna break these down for you really quick, both this and the crossbody, and then when I come back, we'll go through the rest of my stuff. Okay, so I need to say this about NayoSmart. I scripted out this nice script that talked about all the best features of the bag. I pulled it off their website, I worked through that, and I sent it to them and said, what do you think of this? And they were like, you know what? We don't want that. We just want you to talk about how you're gonna use the bag, what you're excited for, and we want it in your own words, because, you know, we like your content. And that, just so you know, like never happens. Okay, brands always want points, you know, talked about and things like that, especially with sponsored content. So I need to point that out because that just shows the company they are, which maybe you don't care about that, but like that's huge for me doing this as my job. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna talk about how I'm gonna use these and the features that I think are really neat. So first thing is the color on this black version, it's deceiving. Like some light it looks black, some light it could maybe be blue, especially against this like leathery texture on the bottom and stuff. Right now it's looking black, I think because the sun is a little bit, you know, up behind the clouds, whatever. It's kind of like a blacker version of the midnight blue MacBook that Apple came out with, if that makes sense. So that's been really interesting and unique. Huge thing that I love. I'm gonna talk about the backpack and then the sling bag. This has magnets, and if you've never experienced magnets on like bags and technology, it's like one of the best things, and everyone should have magnets. Just saying. Something that's interesting. So this bag is kind of cool. It's a roll top. It zips like so across the top and then down. So you have this super wide access area to everything that's inside the bag, which is really interesting. Tons of pockets and like pen holders and stuff lining the inside of the bag there, which is super cool. That's definitely unique. And if you need to just pull it across the top, open it up this way, reach in and grab something quickly, you can. If you have like maybe a sweatshirt or something that's a little bit bulkier, you can have it like this. You can kind of leave it open on the ground like that, reach in and grab stuff when you need it. There's this zipper pouch here that I think I've maybe already mentioned, but it's waterproof. So if you have a smaller water bottle or something, you can put it in there. This is really interesting. I'm not really sure the purpose. I think it's more of like a fashionable kind of thing, but it's kind of like a lanyard that chills here. You could put your keys on there, right? And then just like have it on your bag, maybe, but then someone can come take it. I'm not entirely sure what that's for, to be honest with you. It looks dope though, which is cool. Super comfy back on the back here, and then you have a strap, which is Velcro too, so it's not like flopping around for luggage, so putting it through the handle of your luggage. I like minimal branding. I just love the way that the bag looks visually. Now I want to move on to maybe my favorite part. I did want to mention, you've got, you know, if you travel a lot, there's the little hidden right against your back compartment, which is nice and big. So you can throw a phone in there, passport, and it's right on your back so people can't come up and grab it out of maybe like a front pocket or something. There's lots of hidden pockets too. Like there's one here in the front that just kind of looks like part of the design, but that's actually like a zipper there, and you can put stuff in the front, which is cool. Now let's move on to my favorite part. So you do have the separate laptop compartment here in the back with a nice like microfiber, super soft to put your laptop in. Put like iPad in there. That's also microfiber lined on one side, which is very iPad thinking. You know, put the screen facing this way in the back there. And then a couple nice little pouches here. All good and well. My favorite thing is this zipper right here. If you've ever had a backpack like this where you have like two compartments, and if you've ever had a roll top backpack, roll top is really cool. I think it looks really nice. There are times when you want to grab something quickly out of a roll top, and this whole thing here is a lot. Especially if you're here, you're getting your laptop out and you're like, oh wait, I need the book that I have in the front of my backpack. Don't worry, you can access the front area through this zipper here. So great. And in fact, if you're lazy and you like the roll top look, but you don't want to be opening and closing the roll top all the time, leave this open only open the laptop side, still be able to access everything in the front of the bag. I love that so much, and I've never seen a bag do that. Maybe that's not that unique, but that is huge because I think I, for one, do love roll tops, but it is more effort to get it open and shut. And a lot of times the first thing I grab when I sit down is my laptop. So to be able to be like, oh, while I'm in here grabbing my laptop and my iPad and a pen, let me get in the front here and grab, you know, my Bible or journal from the front pocket, and I don't have to go through and open up all of this too. So super innovative, and maybe that's not as exciting for you guys, but this bag has honestly genuinely surprised me. Moving on, this guy, this crossbody. First off, what a unique design. I think the design is fantastic. And this magnet here is even more exciting. You grab this little guy and you whoop, automatically clips back. You pull it out first, then up, and you've got access. Boom, now it's clipped and sealed. That's so sick. And even like me loving design, the way they sort of made this buckle area stick out was they've wrapped a strap of leather around to give it some space so that it's like neatly sitting flush with these two sort of thick pocket areas. It's just form and function, baby. That's good design right there. You have these unique little like pockets here in the front that are, like I said, they're thick, and you could put more bulky things, like maybe a bulkier charger or cables, or, you know, those things that are like not super well fit to like travel with. They're not super slim. You've got space there in these front pockets. Inside, I will probably leave this like zipper section open, but you can zip that closed. So you have like kind of 2 degrees of protection for the stuff that's inside here. So you open that up. You've got a padded section here for iPad mini, which is like, yeah, if I'm ever like traveling this light, I'll have my iPad mini with me to be like kind of my stand-in computer. You've got pin loops, you've got lots of pouches and stuff. This is like the perfect size. I remember I checked out a Bellroy crossbody that was just too small for iPad mini. I think so many people have iPad mini that's nice that you can put it in here. You can fit your Bible in here, you can fit, I mean, if you have a Bible, a nice padded microfiber place here too for your phone. So you can really take everything out of your pockets. You have your keys and your wallet, your bulky items in here. I think another thing that's cool is, again, for traveler, if you're wearing this on your back in the subway or something, though this is pretty easy to undo, I like the fact that the zippers for these little pockets here start here at the top and then zip down, because what's basically done here is they're protected. Someone can't just like come into this and unzip it here. They'd have to like get either up and under or do this first, then zip down. So you could probably put your wallet or something in there. If you don't want your wallet on the outside, obviously you can put it in here with your phone, that type thing, or open it up, put it on the inside, zip it, that kind of thing. So just thoughtful design. NayoSmart, you have just really surprised me and they make other great products, great designs as well. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna be long-term friends, and I really appreciate the creative freedom you've given me on this video that is sponsored. Links in the description. Right, so for a computer, you know, if I have my book bag with me, I am taking the M4 MacBook Air. This thing is fantastic, and the MacBook Neo was also fantastic, and I had a hard time deciding whether I should try and sell this and get the MacBook Neo, just because, I don't know, the Neo is really, really cool, but this is all paid off. It works well for me. I didn't really see a need to upgrade to the M5 MacBook Air, so this is the 13-inch in silver classic that I take around with me everywhere. I am still rocking the iPhone 17 Pro with this nice kind of, it's like a slate color, I don't even know really what to call it, moft case, but I think it just looks fantastic. It just kind of goes with the rest of the phone, and it's a nice look. It feels amazing in the hand. I want to shout out NiYu for the power brick here or the MagSafe power, for the MagSafe power bank that also just works really well. It holds a good amount of charge, shows you on a little tiny LED indicator there. You also have 2 USB-C ports here. G2 wireless charging on the MagSafe, fits nice, not too bulky, has this really interesting USB-C cable that sort of acts as a keyring kind of thing too, so you can the battery up whenever you want to, or if you're wanting to charge like an iPad or something, you can use the ports there and do that as well. This thing is cool. It's robust, it feels really nice, premium, but also doesn't feel too sharp or anything in the hand. It feels really nice. so I usually have that in the bag just as a backup. If I'm traveling light and using the Crossbody, I don't really need my MacBook for whatever reason. Maybe I'm just going to a coffee shop or going to a meeting or something, or maybe I just don't want to have the full computer setup. I usually take my iPad with me, and then I've mentioned this before in another video, there's a ProtoArc keyboard. Yeah, that's a Bluetooth keyboard that folds out, and it allows for a really cool kind of computer-like setup here. They also make a version that comes with a little trackpad on the side, so if you're really looking for the whole like computer setup with your iPad, or you want a little micro computer setup at a restaurant or some sort of co-working space, this is kind of dope. I keep the Belkin, I don't even know what they call this. It's the 67 watt USB-C PD wall charger. This one's cool. It's got 3 little areas here. This is kind of really all I need for a wall charger. It can charge my Mac, my phone, really everything that I need to charge via USB-C, and it gets all the way up to 67 watt max, which is pretty cool. It can charge the laptop pretty quickly. So I always keep this in. I also love that it, you know, closes up there. I think that's fantastic. Nice and small, compact, keep it in my bag. It charges literally everything. So this is kind of a new thing that I've been doing. I've been keeping up with my day-to-day life by journaling in a field notes. And the first field notes I just kept in my pocket with a space pen. You can watch the first time I walked through the field notes right here if you want to, but it got all bent and weird, and I kind of wanted to protect it a little bit. And so I was looking at options of like cases to put it in and stuff. And I came across this one by Rob Racem. I'll leave a link down below, but basically it keeps the notebook in there that I can write with. It has a pen loop, and then I keep my cards here, and I keep my Ugg Monk cards here, as well as some business cards right there, and then a few extra credit cards and some cash in there too. So it holds basically everything. It's basically allowed me to have my field notes and my wallet in one. Now I really only have to have like my phone and then my wallet here, as well as my keys. Speaking of keys, I have the Orbit key loop here. It's got the little multi-tool, which has been kind of helpful. I'll open boxes with this, open bottles with it. Got a little screwdriver here, and then a little Phillips head on that end too, which is kind of cool. And then I have the rest of my keys on there. Keeps it all nice in a little leather, you know, saddle brown color, which I love. So I'll keep that with me too. I also take notes in church, and if I really want to like sit down and process maybe some like pricing out for a proposal or something, or I have a ton of thoughts and I just want to pour them in somewhere, I will put them in here to this Lectern 1917 notebook here, which is just fantastic. I'm a huge bullet journal fan, so I always go for the bullets, the dots instead of the lines. Yeah, I've started trying to sort of write in this like highly marginated kind of way, which just brings joy whenever I look at this. It just looks really formatted, really nice, and I just really love that. So anyway, I try to do that in here and in my field notes as well. I just started a new one, but yeah, just giving it some breathing room, giving it some white space around it. I've basically started kind of a new series on this channel, if you're not aware, where I write all of my thoughts into my field notes throughout the week, and then whenever I finish one, I hop on camera and I kind of read through it, look at the pictures that I put in here as well. It's been a really cool way of me journaling and then stamping it digitally too with these videos. So you can go check out that playlist right here. Yeah, I'm due for a new one right now. I just started a new journal, so I need to get on that. For the pen, I'm using Bolt Action one from Ugg Monk. It has already seen better days, but this whole Bolt Action thing is such a fidget thing, and I love the ink that's in here. I bought replacements for the ink, and it's just heavy. It's fully metal, so it just carries a lot of weight. I don't know that I love it to keep in here. It's my favorite writing experience, but it is heavy and it's very stiff, so like sitting on that is like literally a metal rod in your back pocket. So I don't know if it's my favorite for something small like this, but it is my favorite pen that I've used. So that's my little setup there. And then finally, I always love having water on me. I really enjoy using the Memo bottles, which are these little flat bottles, which is weird for water, but it kind of makes sense when you lay it down, or if you want to slide it into a book bag or, you know, backpack next to your laptop or other books. Like that just makes a lot of sense, especially if your bag doesn't have like a dedicated like water slot area. Just being able to throw this into a zippered area makes a lot of sense. And this one actually does have kind of a water space in it on the NayoSmart, but it is a little bit smaller. Comes in a larger backpack size as well, which would probably be a better fit for most water bottles. But this is cool. There's like a little pocket right here that I could also throw that water bottle in. So yeah, I don't know. I'll bounce back and forth between a flat, the A6 size is what I like, or this Owala just black water bottle as well. Two more things. The Rewind Pix camera. This is still really fun to use, really fun to enjoy with the family. It's basically, if you haven't seen my review on it, it's a digital camera, but it feels very analog with how it all works, and there's just a tiny screen to tell you how many shots you have left. Watch the full review right here and pick one up. It's on Kickstarter right now, but this is a huge joy. I like taking this around, especially on the weekends with the family. Yeah, just a lot of fun. Last thing, I have the world's worst allergies. I'm very short of it, and springtime, so I carry some eye drops. Allergy itch eye drop relief. Apple Watch Ultra 3 is my watch of choice. And these shirts are from Cove. That's basically it. That's everything that I wear. That felt like more of like a quick fire thing than anything, but yeah, I just know people love this. Links to everything that I can will be down below. And again, special thanks to NayoSmart for sponsoring today's video and for sponsoring my backpack. I'm gonna be using this daily for the next however long I can because I'm very excited to be using these. Fun fact, I got these about half a week ago and I haven't been using them because I like to keep things nice for the camera. So I can't really tell you what it's been like to live in them. Maybe we'll do like a longer term review down the road or something, but it feels amazing, it looks amazing, and I've just been like really excited to get this video done so I can start using it. So thanks NayoSmart. Links to these will be in the description as well. Thanks so much for watching. On this channel, we help you discover products that marry form and function. We love products that are intentionally designed and well made. So if that sounds cool to you, please subscribe, like this video for more. Also, we just relaunched our newsletter called Form and Function, which you can go check out down below as well. We're going to be interviewing founders of companies that make beautiful products. So if that sounds cool to you, subscribe down there as well. Hype up this video if you would. Watch this video next. I think you're going to love it. And we will see you all in the next one.